Welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and it's so good to have you. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I'm doing a pick a card all about hyping you up. This is going to be a high vibe reading, and I'm really excited to get into this. I love these high vibe readings. I plan on doing them more often. All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media is down in my description box below, along with a link to my new website that has a page with all the menu. It's my menu, all my offerings. So you guys check that out, and it goes into a little bit more detail about what each reading is. I've added several new readings over there, so check that out if you're interested. Now, these are going to be your psychic linking objects, these beautiful cards and these crystals, all right? So the first group is going to be desire. The crystal is a clear crystal quartz. This is one of the crystals that came with the altar set that I got. So yeah, it feels really good. It's really clear. At first I thought these crystals weren't really super strong, but now that I've worked with them, I can feel the energy kind of starting to flow with them. So, all right, now the second group is choice. All right, and this is a sunstone, and Lady Magdalene sent me this from Magdalene's Crafts, and there's a lot of healing properties in this stone, and there is a lot of strength in this stone. This has become one of my favorite stones. So the third group is death, rebirth. This is one of the best death cards. I have a few death cards that I prefer in the group of tarot and oracle cards that I have, but this is one that I don't use often, but it's just so powerful. And the crystal is an obsidian kind of hexagon crystal. And I have worn this. I've used this a lot for protection. It also helps with psychic abilities. All right, guys, so those are going to be your selections. I will insert a little video with some music so you guys can chill out and see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys. Group 1, all of you that were drawn to this clear crystal quartz, or you were drawn to desire, this is going to be your reading, hyping you up. This is a high vibe reading, okay? So I'm going to tell you that I feel this reading is connected to either love or a goal, a dream that you deeply desire. Okay, so, because this card is about want, but want and desire from a higher perspective, a true perspective, an enlightened perspective, okay? All right, so let's pull some cards for you guys. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading, so, just take what resonates here. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of ancestor energy, ancient ancestors, ancestors from past lives. I'm also feeling like a star seed family consciousness coming in. I'm feeling god forms and goddesses, spirits, and angels all gathering around this reading. So you guys seem to have a big cross section of spirituality, okay? All right. Well, since that one wants to stick, we're going to leave that one. Okay, give me 2 more cards. Tell me about Group 1. Let's hype them up. All about this thing they desire most. Tell me about this thing they desire most. Tell me. For some of you, it absolutely is true love. And for others, this is definitely like a dream, a soul longing, if you will. Okay. Let's see here. We have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Okay. We have You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Some of you need to go into your natal chart and look at your true north. Okay, your northern node. We have Share Your Voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. No matter what your desire is, there's something here that's very important about self-expression. Your desire lies beyond this very important self-expression. I feel like many of you are learning how to truly express your authentic self. The other day I uploaded a quote in my picture, but a quote about the authentic self is actually made the soul made visible. And that was in my community tab. And I resonate with that so intensely. And I feel like you guys do too. That is part of your life mission here. That is part of why you're here, is to express your authenticity. People who live in authenticity, their soul is visible, and they're very self-empowered. And many of them live lives where they really embrace the human experience. So they seek out things they desire, and they don't feel shame about it at all. All right, let's get some more cards here. I'm being drawn to this deck here. I think this is the Gaia Tarot. I'm going to shuffle it up a couple more times. Tell me more about Group 1. You're already doing it. So you are on this pathway, okay, to this desire. Now, here's the thing. Be aware that desires, goals, dreams, even love changes with time. And with this group, I'm seeing power over time. So there are still things to do upon this path, warrior. There are still obstacles to conquer to get to this desire. But I want to tell you something. It's coming, you guys. Okay. All right. This is the 4 of water, which is like the 4 of cups. Yeah, it's coming. This is the Ace of Earth, which is a dragon. Lots of draconic energy here. We have the Eight of Earth, which is the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Air. And we have the Crone. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this gives me an opportunity to tell you, Group 1, we have entered the age of the Dark Crone, of the Empowered Crone. I mentioned this in another reading. I'm going to mention it here. A lot of people have noticed that X-Gen, quote unquote, I hate labels, women are not exactly aging like those that came before us. And that is because we are here to redefine being a crone, what it means, because the world has manipulated that image into an old hag. And I'll own that old hag shit. You know what I'm saying? I own that, but every person should own it. It's powerful. And what I'm getting here for you, you may not be X-Gen. This is for everyone kind of reading, but I do feel like part of your expression has been blocked by these mechanisms within our society that keep feminine energy. I feel like I'm speaking to feminine energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is, this is energy. It's kept feminine energy enslaved. Artistic expression enslaved. Free thought enslaved. Liberation can't even begin to fathom what that really feels like because there's so much oppression. And Group 1, we see that returning in the world. It's not really returning, it's bubbling up, okay? And I feel for you, warrior woman, feminine energy, not gender, that you are one of the people who have incarnated at this time to help overcome this really intense block in society. You are a spiritual warrior. Okay, this isn't easy. You have the wisdom of a crone. And if you don't feel like that now, you're going to. It's going to come through. It doesn't matter your age. Being a crone is a state of being. And I'll tell you what that state of being is. Being a crone is owning yourself entirely and being empowered by it. Gaining wisdom from your experiences so that you can share those with others. And here are the red letter words here. A crone does not give a shit what other people think of them. A crone lives their truth and authenticity without apology. A crone makes the decisions that's best for them and their tribe. For some reason, we have devalued older, wise, feminine energies. We have placed aging, or let's just call it the outer shell of the feminine energy, has been placed on display and objectified repeatedly to the point where feminine energies, I can only speak for the feminine here, of my generation, I can tell you, I did not know very many people who didn't have some kind of ED. And many of us in that generation, we have issues with like image. And that's what a lot of younger people are seeing, is this generation kind of struggling with the true awareness and the wisdom gained from living a life where you were completely and utterly objectified from the time you got up to the time you went to sleep. It was a dark time. It was a time of real struggle where, the feminine had really fought to get liberated, but that liberation wasn't as freeing and liberated as we thought. And I keep saying the word liberated, and I feel like that's what you're doing here. Like your desire for whatever this is, true love, a dream, whatever. This desire fuels this spiritual evolution. Allow your desire and curiosity to guide you, okay? Because yours feels like it's coming from a very special place, a very spiritually advanced place. Like this desire was created for you by you in this lifetime to help fuel you towards helping others through self expression. So, and being emotionally intelligent and really powerful. Look at this crone here. Just let's all just gaze. All right. And I feel this 8 of Pentacles is her as well. We have both light and shadow. We are all things. I feel like that is unity consciousness coming in for you. We have 2 dragons, air and earth. There's a lot of balance coming in for you. Okay, a lot of balance. And with this dragon here comes clarity. Okay, what I'm getting is there is a throat chakra activation coming for you, group 1. This activation is going to change and shift your energy. You're going to be able to communicate your emotions more clearly. Okay. For some of you, your speech may slow down a little bit. Maybe you have anxiety and you speak really quickly. If you have like issues like with your teeth or your throat, this may happen when you get the help that you need for the physical ailment. You may start seeing clarity coming through your throat chakra. Things are about to get really, really good for you, okay, in a really powerful way. So let's get a few more cards here. Tell me more. Angels. I'm going to ask the angels. Tell me more about this. Okay. Well, first we have helpful people. Okay, so you are not alone in this mission, okay? I feel like as you walk more into your expression, listen, I understand being guided to do things that are frightening. And not frightening because they're risky in some kind of physical way or something like that, but they feel difficult and scary because it is completely new energy. And when part of your pathway involves you opening up a throat chakra that's been closed off because of trauma or something, intense. Maybe you've been born that way, the idea of openly expressing your internal world. And some of you guys may feel like your internal world is a little different because it is. All right. It is. You're special. And we always made jokes about, oh, they're special. Oh, they're special. No, you're special. And I need you just to embrace that. Like, you're different. You're different from other people. I feel with this card that through your healing pathway, you have become more magnetic and attractive. Okay. You may not even realize it's happening. And I think you will one day wake up and be like, oh, I have my whole vibe has changed. Like my skin looks different. I feel different. My eyes look different. And it's because of this massive level of healing at your DNA, your light DNA, your light body DNA. There is light in our DNA. Science has found that to be true. And, the light has a frequency and it activates, it morphs, it changes, it works with the energetic systems of the body. And I feel like throat chakra healing is one. I've been working on my throat chakra for going on 4 years. Okay. And it has been one of the toughest roads. It has also been the most fulfilling. I feel completely like a new person. I understand the whole idea of death and rebirth. You guys might be drawn to 3. If I haven't pulled it yet, but I'm just getting that. This throat chakra activation, is going to take you down the road of a death and rebirth. You're going to find out why your throat chakra is so blocked. And I feel like some of you have an idea, but you haven't really explored the emotional space, your trauma, or your pain. Please get help if you need it. But as we open up our throat chakra, how do we do this? We start to express ourselves. And for many of us who are silent, write it down, whisper it. I got to tell you, if your throat chakra is completely closed, you guys need to do some screaming. And I don't mean at people. I mean, get in the shower, scream into your pillow. That kind of shocks it open. I know that sounds odd, but it's like a release of rage in a healthy way, allows the hard shell that's formed over some of you guys' throat chakra to crack and open. Okay. For others, you need a slower, kind of steady, and there's a need to build compassion for yourself. Okay. Other people are going to come in and help you build that compassion. I don't think you realize what you've really been through, like the depth of the pain. The pain has been so deep that you cannot speak. And I feel like some of you guys tried to speak and it was rejected or overlooked. It's like your voice was always overshadowed or pushed down. You felt like you couldn't communicate. And you know, art is very powerful for this stuff. You don't have to be like a great artist, but find a way to start expressing yourself. If you can't speak it, write it. If you can't write it, draw it. If all you can do is vibe out to music, and I did this at first, that helps you like get in touch with your anger, with your sadness, with possibilities, use music that way. It will help open up your throat chakra as well. We have get more information. So, you know, there's more work here to be done, and I think we know that. But on the other side of this is beautiful energy, like energy of fulfillment. No. No. Okay, tell me about this no. Romance. Okay, so what I'm getting here with romance is that if you right now are single and looking, Spirit is saying it's really important that you focus on yourself, okay? You desire great love, but here's the thing with having a throat chakra that's closed. It's very hard to manifest your person if you haven't started working on it, like your throat chakra, because your throat chakra is still, I want to say, like there are misfires in communication or expression that sometimes bring in the wrong energy. Okay, for some of you, you're with someone and you know that's not your person or whatever, and it's time for you to take the energy that you've put on this relationship that's not working and put that energy on yourself. I'm getting romance yourself, okay? All that energy you put into someone else, you put it into yourself. Now, some of you guys, as you're doing this, will have someone come in, helpful people. And you will know they're there to help you on this journey because they will be very supportive. They will be non-judgmental. And this may be a person that you can start to communicate all those things that you haven't been able to express. I feel like for you, this is a healer that's coming in and you've known this person before. And I'm feeling with this card right here, I'm feeling this past life as in the woods, people of the earth. Let me pull a few from this past life oracle deck here. Tell me about this past life. We're just going to get a few things so you kind of know this connection. So you're kind of aware when they come in. We have the high priestesses, high priestess, karmic relationship. Okay. All right. So this person, okay. I feel like you were in a different relationship. Okay. And this was a religious figure, high priestess, counselor. It could be a wise woman, wise man, wise person, a shaman in a past life in the forest. This feels indigenous. It feels like people who lived close to the land. And in this life, this energy was in love with you, but you were busy in a karmic relationship. And now this person's going to come in while you're working out this karma. I don't like the label karma. While you work out your baggage, while you work out your issues, they're going to come in, and now they're going to be given the opportunity to get close to you and know you. All right. This is someone who's very special, who's going to come in and help you. So, all right, group one, I hope that resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to the Sunstone or this card choice, and you can see there's different doorways opening. I am seeing something I often see when I do Oracle of Lilith sessions. Those sessions are a little different from my tarot readings. They're very visionary. And so I'm kind of tapping into Lilith's energy and that realm that I go to when I enter the many different black mirrors I have for scrying. So I'm feeling and I'm seeing like a gateway open, and beyond the gateway is this tree. And there have been several people who I have done this kind of tree reading for, okay? And within the tree is different gateways, okay? The tree is rooted in 3D and the etheric in the sky. This tree has a lot of light energy around it. There's fire. There is a serpent holding a blazing fire. There's a lot of wisdom gained. We have a symbol here. I believe that's a symbol of life. So, and we have the fruit here, right? So I feel like this is an impressive pathway. And we're going to talk about this. This is what Spirit, your guides want to talk about. So, and the Sunstone has a lot of strength energy. So I'm getting like strength on the journey, strength within, that kind of stuff. So let's get into this reading. Which way am I going to go with the cards? We're going to go with the Angel Oracle deck first. So tell me about this portal, this new pathway opening for group two. There's a lot of angelic frequency right now, okay, around me. I feel like these are angels coming in to talk to you about this pathway. Okay, tell me about this pathway for group two. This portal. We have communicate clearly. Group one had a communication kind of message. So success, okay. Ooh, that's awesome. And we have not the right time. Okay, so this is manifesting. It hasn't manifested yet. I feel like you guys are getting anxious. You're getting worried that your manifestation isn't happening because it seems like it's taking a long time. Okay, I get that. I do. I get that. I'm going to pull from the Witch's Tarot for you guys. You know, it's taking a long time because you're working on communication. Communicating your want clearly, and you're just now opening up a portal of success. It's not going to boom overnight. You've manifested the portal, okay, this doorway, and you're walking through it, but it doesn't happen the minute you walk through the door, okay? There's still stuff you have to do. You have to keep working. You have to keep doing what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to get these 4 cards because they popped out. So all right, and I'm going to take this one too. Okay, we have the Moon. I'm not taking reversals, all right? We have the Page of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the High Priest. And we have the Ace of Cups. This is awesome, you guys. This is awesome energy. Now, first of all, we have the 4 of Swords, okay? It's not the right time because we need you to rest. It's like you've walked into this portal and the first section of this path has to do with you taking better care of yourself. Spirit, the universe, is not going to give this to you or help you manifest it or bring it to you so you can receive it until you're at a good place with like your life. Just in general. It doesn't mean like it's perfect, but you have a handle on where you put your energy. You're living a more balanced state. It doesn't mean it's completely balanced because this is energetically powerful. When it happens for you, it's going to be, I'm hearing like lightning. Okay. And I'm getting a couple of things with these cards right here. What I'm getting is you're not going to see it's coming. Okay. You may not even feel that it's coming towards you. All right. But it truly is. Okay. It's very, I wish I had a chalkboard and I could write this down and underline it like 6 times. It's very important that you pay attention to your intuition when you walk through this portal, because your guides, the angels, spirits, ancestors are going to be giving you direction, ideas, inspiration on how to move. Some of those movements may be scary. I think this has to do with your business. If you are self-employed, this definitely is, you have your own business, this is definitely for you. If you're, trying to maneuver in your career, I feel like this is definitely for you. This could also be energetic. It could be something else. It could be something creative you're trying to manifest. But I feel like this portal is going to bring in guides who are going to communicate more clearly with you. Okay. And you will find that you're going to resist some of these changes. Okay. You're going to be scared. It's going to bring up, this is why the success can't come right this second. Okay. Because you're still working through your blocks. Okay. And there is a level of success here that the universe is lining up for you. It's big. This feels big, group 2. And I don't want to blow people up. That's not what I do here. I try to give readings that are as down to earth and as grounded as possible, with still bringing through this etheric message. Okay. So I feel like your intuition is going to tell you how to maneuver. Your intuition is going to be pointing the way. Okay. And I feel like this guide here saying, hey, their hands raised, like, hey, pay attention. Hey, have you thought of this? Hey, have you tried this? So right now you're in this period of rest. Okay, things may be slowing down, all right? And you may start feeling like, oh, is that it? No, you're in a rest period. And you will find, I have found on my own journey, working on manifesting things in my own life, that it seems to cycle. Okay, so intense levels of work, manifestations, some manifestations, good signs, good omens, validation, and then we get quiet. And the quiet is meant for processing, for aligning, for changing your energy and frequency, for healing, for rest. I want to remind you, group 2, that you can't be at work at this all the time. That is life out of balance. And the universe, I'm not saying don't work hard, but you can't work 100% all the time. You can't floor your engine every day and expect it to not blow up. Okay. Some of you guys are just burnout. And that's why I'm feeling this like frustration. And that's why Spirit is coming through and showing us this tree with pathways. Okay. Now, your intuition is very important because you're going to be presented with different choices, not just one choice. You'll walk through one door, and after you pass that time of kind of like rest, and you'll find the more you take care of yourself during this time, the more you just go with the flow, like if you own a business and your business kind of lulls, take that as a sign for you to rest. your creative space, whatever this is, your mind, and go with the flow and just receive whatever the universe sends you at that time. And you will know you're ready for the next cycle up because the rest will begin to actually rest you. Okay, that's the point of rest. The point of rest is for you not to rest and think about all the things that you want to do, could have done, should have, would have. It's a time for you to rest your mental space, your heart, your emotions, and just receive. Okay, because you're learning how to receive from the universe so that when this thing pops off, you will be in the place ready and you'll know how to receive it. I feel like it's really important to again tell you guys to not work yourself too hard. Okay. Don't overgive your energy to this thing because you're in the realm of divine timing. Okay. The high priest here, they understand. It's like this, the high priest in this, I'm feeling this energy of someone who has accepted how the universe works, how the patterns of your life work. And because of that, because of this experience, this Four of Swords experience, and learning how to move and receive, you get your wish fulfillment. That's what this Ace of Cups is. So your wish fulfillment is coming, okay? But this is a timeless reading, but I'm filming this during like November, holiday season is coming, and I'm getting for you guys that you really need to enjoy the holidays. Get in the vibe of the season and make that a practice you do for the rest of your life. Okay, and I mean every season. Get into the flow of nature. Get into the flow of the planet. I feel like for you, you will find a lot of relaxation. And you will find your life de-stresses as you're manifesting, and you learn that my life has its own flow. It has its own frequency. And instead of me fighting it and judging myself for needing rest or judging myself for needing time off or judging some of my past choices, I'm just going to go with the flow and be in the moment. And part of the thing you can do with the holidays coming is be in the moment of the holiday, be in joy, be in compassion, be in all those good things. And, if you're alone through the holidays, be good to yourself. Do all those things for yourself that you wanted done for you when you were a child. And it doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money on yourself, but you have to make time, like make some cookies, have a stocking, play Santa Claus for yourself, because I feel like for you, being in the moment and having a good time is really important. And listen, I know that right now with everything going on in the world, that is a tall order. And that is why it's so powerful. And I'm not saying for you to push down your emotions or to, ignore your bad emotions. I'm saying it's time for balance. It's time to experience the good that's already in your life. I feel like some of you guys are waiting to live until this thing happens. Do not do that, okay? That actually is working against you. Because the universe wants you in flow. In flow is where you're in a moment and you're creating, you're doing that thing that you're trying to manifest. And it almost seems like the universe is working with you. Like there is a very special touch that happens when you get in flow. When you get in flow and get completely engulfed in the moment, you will find that magical things happen and alignments happen and opportunities pop up and these pathways emerge, these choices emerge. But because you've rested and you have learned to really go with your guidance, no matter how wackadoodle it might be, you will find that the universe validates you and you get like trophies along the way, like you get rewards along the way for doing the work leading up to this big success, this big thing. This could be a job, it could be a business taking off, it could be a channel taking off, it could be a platform taking off, it could be you graduate college and you get that job, it could be you start college for your dream job, or you change positions or something like that within a company. Whatever this is, it's going to be worth this. But for some of you, there are some gifts coming. There's some gifts coming for you guys. I'm going to pull from this Gaia deck here. Tell me more. Tell me about the gifts. This wish fulfillment. Tell me about this wish fulfillment. Emotions. Okay, I am feeling emotional fulfillment here. You're going to be very happy with this situation. This is something that is going to be fulfilling. And I also feel like you can see this kind of like spirit and all this light here. It's like being emotionally fulfilled and validated helps you go to the next level of inspiration. I see growth coming in. I'm going to get that bottom card. We have the Two of Fire. Okay, so new ideas, new passion, new vision, really inspired. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is this is the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and a new beginning in business, success in your business, whatever your career, whatever this is. Okay, it's like the spiritual work manifests the success. Okay, not the other way around. If some of you guys are working on a business or something like that, but you haven't worked on this thing about like, you earn this, you know that this is for you, and you've done this kind of work, resting, healing, and all that stuff. That's where this comes from. That's where this level of success comes from. Okay, so it's coming to you. But you're going to have to honor yourself, okay? And when the decisions come, it's going to go much better if you are taking care of yourself, living in balance, and listening to your intuition, okay? All right, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to this card, Death, Rebirth, or this black obsidian crystal. This is going to be your high vibe reading. I'm going to hype you up. We're going to find out what is going on with you. You may be a Scorpio, okay, or Cancer, Pisces. You might be a Taurus. Yeah, so let's get into the general flow of this reading. Okay, you guys. So when I picked up this card, originally when these cards were I was guided to these cards as a pick a card, I felt this group here. I felt like some depression. I'm feeling down, feeling kind of lost. And although this is a timeless reading, a lot of the energies around the planet right now are really weird. They're really powerful. They're bringing up a lot of fear, a ton of anxiety. And the world itself seems like it's on the very edge of something very scary, right? And a lot of what we're seeing in the world is the human collective, Gaia, going through a dark night of the soul where a lot of the old paradigms fall away because they're not working anymore. And then there's this need to kind of like walk into the white room. I call it the white room because it really is a place where all of the past paradigms fall away and you're left with kind of a feeling of emptiness, but not void necessarily, just an awareness that you have lost all these things, paradigms, people, places, ideas about self, and you're in this room in the awareness that they're gone. And you haven't quite moved to the place where you start redefining, you start connecting to the people meant to you. I can relate to this. Sometimes you can stay in that room for a while trying to figure out what is that thing you're trying to manifest? What does it look like now that all that other stuff is gone? Because your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your ideas about love and self change. And some of you guys are shifting and you're in this energy, and sometimes you can get really depressed. Um, Sometimes life can lose its meaning, especially if you start to see the patterns in the world. Um, and if you follow simulation theory, a lot of people get kind of depressed when they start to think about reality not being real. And I think it's because they're not connected to the idea that, okay, so if your reality isn't real, let's say it's a simulation, there is an aspect of something driving the machine, driving your avatar. That is the next step, to become connected to that. Once you're in awareness that reality is a hologram, it's an illusion, and right now that's kind of where physics is going, okay, science. So if it's a hologram, what is projecting the hologram? What is projecting the simulation? I feel like some people get lost in the devaluation of reality, and there is so much more to understand about what you see. We don't see every spectrum of light. We don't see everything around us with our human eyes. And that's why quantum consciousness is so powerful, because you begin to sense, sometimes even see manifestations of other realms, of other realities. And it can make you feel a little wackadoodle. It can also bring you to a place where your belief in the old system doesn't work anymore. You don't know what works, but that doesn't work. So you go about this work of kind of removing patterns, places, and people who don't align with you. And you end up in that white room. And all you may know is that the universe is energy. Your energy, everything appears to be energy. That's pretty much the one thing I think is most people can be certain of. Okay? Begin there. That's a window. I think humanity tends to think about like religious ideology in such a limited way, and it becomes so oppressive that the idea of opening up to the first kind of basic reality of experience is there is energy. And when you just look at it, remove everything and just in your white room, picture a ball or a vapor even of energy, however you want to see it, and just allow it to be. Connect with the color. What color would that energy be? Would it smell? Would it have a smell? Would it feel a certain way? Would it look a certain way? Those kind of thought experiments can open up windows of realities, of awarenesses within yourself and awarenesses within your environment. And some of you guys are going to find yourself or are in places right now that you don't vibe with anymore. And it feels like part of the sadness, sorrow is the reality you're living doesn't reflect the work you've done internally. And that is because the universe is working in this paradigm right now. And you are death, rebirth, you are birthing into this other, more highly aligned timeline. Okay, I hesitate to call it a timeline because it's the same timeline, but we're opening up a portal to another possible manifestation of that timeline. Okay, so time, it's almost like, okay, there's 3 timelines, let's just say, all right, and you've jumped from 1 to 2. Okay, so you're in 2. 2 feels good to you. 2 is where you think you want to be. And so within that column of a timeline, there are different veins and portals of possibilities that are too numerous to even mention, okay, because they're based upon every decision we make, all right? And so that's what you're doing now. You're shuffling through that. Now, can you move to 3? Yeah. But it may never be your thing. And this is not an ascension thing. This isn't a game. We're like, oh, Becky's on 3 and Jenny's on 1, so they're not good. No, the timelines coexist. And they bump into each other. Just like we're all are, my point of view, is that we're all individual universes and we collide with one another and we create new realms of possibilities that some people call timelines, some people call portals. All right, shall we draw some cards? All right, you guys. So you guys are on a road to rebirth. Okay, and you may be in that white room experience. You may be confused. You may just feel uncomfortable. And I know that a lot of people are experiencing a time slowdown. Like time feels wonky. We were moving very fast, and now we have slowed down. We have sacred wisdom. We have intimacy. We have unconditional love. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. So I feel like you guys with this intimacy card have probably felt really alone. Really on your own. Maybe it's the way you think that makes you a little different, or maybe you've just never really been able to open up emotionally. And what I'm seeing here is a healing. And it almost feels like your higher self is healing this self. So, simulation theory. Let's explain it like this. For whatever reason, I'm being guided to that for you guys. So just take what resonates here. I'm just feeling like a powerful healing energy coming in for you. And love is going to heal you. And this is self-love. This is self-evolution. This is rebirth by embracing self here, okay? You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of knowledge. You're an old soul, okay? And I don't like that term either because it, time is an illusion ultimately. So, and I feel like you're going to heal through unconditional love. And that is with self. This is uniting your light and your dark. This is unity consciousness, okay? And I feel like there's a very important guide around you, okay? Now, I'm getting a couple of things. We also have divas here. So I'm feeling different spirits for you guys coming in to help you through this rebirth experience, helping you find this window in your white room, okay? And this group feels like, I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're having a third eye awakening, okay? So your dreams may be very different. I feel like your intuition's going to start popping. I feel like this is a major leveling up of your psychic awareness, your spiritual awareness. It feels powerful, okay? And I feel like it's like you hold space for this idea of being in the white room, and you hold space to allow the thought of energy to come in. And as you do this, you are opening your third eye because you're connecting with pure consciousness when you do that. If you will spend time in meditation, exploring your consciousness, I have some frequency music on my powerful meditations list that could be really helpful. Work on your third eye because I feel like loving yourself enough to hold space, sacred space for where you are by not judging it, by not judging your journey, where it's brought you. Because I feel like you're at a midpoint in your journey as far as this rebirth goes. You don't rebirth in a moment. It's a whole process. And I feel like you're still like in this energy of working through things. But this rebirth, this light here, this is your third eye popping open. okay? And it's happening. It's happening now to a lot of you. Your dream time is just weird. Your sixth sense, that knowing, just seems to be following you everywhere you go. Some of you guys might feel like, well, this is a different deck. Okay. Some of you guys may feel like it's almost like you're being haunted, or spirit seems to be talking to you, or you're getting signs and synchronicities. And even though right now you may not even think you believe in spirits anymore, or you may not know what you believe, but it seems like universal energy keeps, like the pattern keeps repeating. Even in the simulation, the pattern keeps repeating. When you see repeating patterns, ask yourself, what is the pattern? What is the connection? Ask to be shown more, okay? Your higher self is working with you, okay? They are, and they're talking to you because it's the pure energy. It's that consciousness that you are aware of within your own mind space, okay? You can call it the universal computer. You can call it God consciousness. It doesn't matter. The label doesn't matter. It's pure consciousness. And many times when you begin this journey with pure consciousness, they speak in symbols. That's why meditation is so important, because when you get into a meditative state, you open up your imagination, your mindscape, your astral self, your spiritual self. You open up those realms to receiving symbols, all kinds of things, numbers, images from the universe. What's really important is when you're in meditation and you receive visions and things like that, don't analyze them right then. You don't need to understand it. Just experience it, okay? Because changes in your frequency and consciousness often happen in those moments where we suspend the need to understand everything. Because I guarantee you during that time, you're going to be receiving downloads. And they'll come out later. Your understanding will come out later. Sometimes I'm talking and something comes through that I was downloaded with 3 weeks ago, so the wisdom will come forward, okay? Right now, it's about your experience. It's about opening up your reality to a bigger experience of this energy, of this super consciousness, okay? All right, we have breaking the chains of repeating cycles. That is exactly what's going on here. It's part of this death and rebirth. You're definitely breaking your patterns, okay? You may be aware of them and they may be kind of driving you crazy. We have practicing daily spirituality. Okay, now some of you guys aren't going to like this, okay? But you need to meditate like every day. It can be 5 minutes a day. It doesn't matter. Okay, you need to do it every day. And for some of you, I mean meditate, like get quiet, set you up a sacred space, get you some music, set the atmosphere to expect deep experiences. Get into whatever meditative state, whatever meditation you want to use. Open up your possibilities for this universal energy to come in and start to interact with you in a way that is more conscious. It's not just lingering like a backing program, okay? It comes forward into your consciousness. Ask for it, okay? Because it's definitely coming for you guys. There is a third eye activation here, and it's really going to wake up a lot of your latent abilities, like your psychic abilities, your creative abilities. Some of you guys are artists. I say that a lot, but I get a lot of that energy from people who watch me. I feel like a lot of you are teachers, you're guides, and you walking into this kind of reality is going to help others. Just changing your awareness, even if that's the only thing you did was change your own frequency and do what you're guided to do, and it doesn't involve you teaching a bunch of people or whatever, you are changing the frequency of the collective. There are some people whose energy has a big effect on the collective. They're like beacons. And so when they step into their truth, when they rise, it raises the frequency of the collective. And when we have a lot of people doing that, a lot of beacons doing this at one time, magical things happen. And many of the beacons start to see the magic happen in their own life because they open up their awareness for it. It's like a third eye activation that opens up your awareness of those magical things, those impossibilities. And you may get visions of like a future life. You may be asked by your guide spirit, the universe, universal energy, to envision what your life will be like in 5 years. And they want you to explore it in a visionary state. Okay, you will find that as you connect to that possibility, that many different doorways open for you. Okay, and there'll be different choices that come to you and will help you align with that thing that you're trying to move towards. All right. Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.